The Honorable Timothy Toroitich of Marakwet West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this time to contribute this motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to thank the Honorable Mutuse who brought this motion before this House. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter that is dear to my heart. I remember when I campaigned in Marakwet West, one of the issues that I promised village elders is that I would be able to address this issue at the floor of the House. So I thank God for this opportunity to have this matter addressed. Mr. Speaker, village elders perform very critical functions in this country. In fact, the irony of it is that whereas village elders are assigned functions by some administrative, ideally they are not remunerated, and that is something that this House we must pursue so that they can be able to be remunerated when and the time comes. Mr. Speaker, if you look at Article 159 of the Constitution, it talks about judicial authority. 159(2) talks about alternative means of dispute resolution. Mr. Speaker, one of the ways that ADR should touch on is on the issue of traditional dispute resolution mechanism. Mr. Speaker, I believe that once they are gazetted, once village elders or village units are gazetted and recognized by law, I believe that village elders will play a very critical role in terms of settling disputes in a traditional manner. And Mr. Speaker, sir, village elders have a lot of knowledge in matters to do with culture, with matters in matters of solving disputes, and I believe that they will play a very critical role when it comes to issues of dispute resolution. Mr. Speaker, but again, if we have to achieve this, then we must look at amending the National Government Coordination Act, because even if we pass a motion in this House and we do not have a legislation that will be able to anchor the village units, the village elders in a legislation, that means we may not be able to achieve the matter that has been brought before this House. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, to realize this, yesterday my friend Mr. Mutuse informed this House that he has already submitted a legislative proposal. Equally, Mr. Speaker, sir, I have submitted a legislative proposal to the Speaker intending to amend the National Government Coordination Act to include village elders as part of the administrative authorities in the country. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is my prayer that when the bill comes to this House of amending the National Government Coordination Act, then it means that village elders will be legally anchored in law, and as such, they will be duly remunerated as other officers who are provided for that act. Mr. Speaker, sir, chiefs in this country, assistant chiefs in this country have assigned functions to village elders, and yet those functions are just exercised arbitrarily, and at the end of it, village elders are not remunerated. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I find that the ultimate way of achieving this is by anchoring the village units in a legislation in this country. That will be the only way of making village elders get their remuneration in a lawful and in a legal manner. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand here and I rise to support this motion and to thank the honorable member for this motion. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir.